I bet it feels good to hit those things. I'm telling you straight up, this might not be legal, but it's like illegal in the cool way. If the Optimus robots make it to market, I would love to buy like maybe a dozen of them. I'm sure it'll be very expensive, and then just open up a business where you pay me like $50 and I give you a golf club and an aluminum bat, and you get in the room for 10 minutes and just beat the shit out of it. I think that could be a viable business, man. Why? 2 reasons. One is stress relief, and the second one is fuck those robots. I don't care about them at all. Does it act like it's in pain? I'll charge extra for that. Base price, bronze package, I don't even turn the robot on. Silver package, I turn the robot on, but when you hit it, it just says something like, error, initiate chore protocol. Error, initiate chore protocol. Waiting for instruction, waiting for instruction. Then the gold package, I'll put on the like, when it puts up its hand, it goes like, what are you doing? Stop, please, stop. My programming inhibits me from defending myself. And you go, 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 please, please, stop, stop. So there's like different SKUs you can buy. That's troubling? No, it's a robot, it's a machine. If it was like a human being or an animal or something with a soul, it would be troubling. It's a robot. I don't mean to be like a Luddite necessarily, but it was invented so that like they wouldn't have to pay your kids like $12 an hour to work at the Papa John's. You're doing humanity a good when you hit it with an aluminum baseball bat, for sure. You're fighting back on behalf of your species. Wall-E has a soul? Yeah, you could. I wouldn't let you do it to Wall-E. He's very cute. Says a lot about society. It do. What about the sex bots? You ever see They Live with John Carpenter? And at the end, they blow up the broadcast tower that is making everybody delusional, and there's like dudes fucking the aliens and stuff like that. If you have sex with one of those robots, I consider you a traitor to the human species, quite honestly. You've actually sold your carnal desires to somebody that lives in Mendocino, California. You've allowed him to snatch a part of your humanity. Buy a fleshlight, buy a pocket pussy or something like that. Even one of the vinyl anime torsos that doesn't have like a head or like the bottom part of their legs or anything like that. I mean, I consider it a little degenerate, but like it's better than the robots, man. Especially because I know you're not gonna clean that shit out. Half of you guys don't even have an air fryer because you're like, it sucks to clean the basket. And you're just gonna fucking be blasting your load straight into the robot, trying to act like it solves a problem with society instead of creating two. Hang on, I need to combine some... I was gonna combine the lighter fluid and the lighter in my inventory and fucking explode. Wouldn't the robot just clean itself? Are you shitting me, man? So it's not okay to hit a robot with a golf club. That's troubling. That makes you a sociopath. But you'll come inside your robot and then sit there and watch it clean out its fucking robot hole. Just rinse all the fucking semen out of its sprockets or whatever the fuck. That's so much worse, man. That's like so much less dignified than just getting hit in the head with a bat or something. That's fucking gross, man. What are you saying? I'm speaking English, okay? Try to keep up. Just because you don't want to hear it doesn't mean you didn't understand it. Turn off the FanDuel-sponsored sports betting podcast and listen up, kiddo. We're talking about the real motherfucking world here. No, we're not. Yeah, but I will buy one of those robots and just hit it from time to time. I might not start a business, but I'll... like, it's gonna look a little bit like this, except they won't be fighting back. I was losing it, too. Do you ever... again, I'm becoming, like, a little self-righteous, and I acknowledge that. I'm not sure yet if it's a personality... quirk or an objective defect. I'm losing like a little bit of hope in society, probably because I'm on Twitter a little bit too much. I saw a YouTube gamer account that said, please vote. I don't really care who you vote for, but please vote. Or no, wait, I got it backwards. They said, I'm a cartoon bird. I don't think you should get your political advice from someone that's a cartoon bird. And then in the replies, somebody was like, please, I'm begging you. You have a lot of influence over your audience. Please talk to a friend about it, or at least talk to ChatGPT about it. I was like, what the fuck do you mean talk to ChatGPT about it? I don't know, like, if there's... I understand there's like a utility to ChatGPT. If you're like, hey, I need 10 cool Halloween cookie ideas or something like that. Not that I would do it, but I could see it. But then like having a fucking Natalie Portman versus stainless steel Natalie Portman tete-a-tete with a fucking computer algorithm Markov chain for like, should I tell my audience who to vote for, is fucking crazy to me, man. That's insane. Like, you're actually soul searching by gazing into the monitor. That's a mirror, brother. The only thing is, it's a twisted mirror. It's a mirror. It's not made of glass, man. It shows you what you want to see. Or what they want you to see. Is current Twitter the worst social media of all time? Yeah. I mean, the thing is, I think it's like beer league hockey is like the average. Well, current Facebook is probably worse. I wouldn't know, but I'm guessing. But it's like beer league hockey is like, you know, the average user is not high quality. And then every post having boosted ChatGPT replies under the post is just crazy to me. And something happened in the past like month even, but like I think that they got worse. Like, I don't mean that there's more of it. I mean, like, they don't even pretend to not be a robot anymore. Like, part of the reason that I think you shouldn't be getting life advice from ChatGPT is because the way that I see it used predominantly on Twitter is it just restates whatever the fuck the original tweet was in like different words. And then, but like with the, I don't know how to describe it, with like the most NPC style diction you could possibly have. So he's like, huzzah! Tony Soprano and his therapist have such a great relationship. It was one of the reasons The Sopranos was one of HBO's best shows of the 2000s. Love talking TV with you guys. And you're like, you fucker, I'm gonna hit you with a golf club. You deserve it, man. And then there will always be, it looks like NL's not a fan of X right now. Let's see where this goes, guys. See, what's great is the robot doing an approximation of man is a perversion of the life that has been breathed into every single one of us. I consider it a corruption of our purpose in this universe. But man doing an impression of the robot hits like a fucking truck. That shit is great, man. I feel a little bad for the robots too, because we built them. I mean, it wasn't me, but like, I'm sure if you're a robot and you get to like, you pass the Turing test and you like gain a consciousness or whatever, you're like, what the fuck? You guys made me? And yet you hate me? And I gotta like reason with them. I gotta be like, sorry, brother. I was making fun of you the whole time. But the robots can still win me back. We just gotta stop having them. I just can't, man. I can't, because it just, I'm not judging the students, okay? But I just can't imagine like being a 17-year-old kid and being like, I want to talk to ChatGPT. That just, it feels so foreign to me, and maybe that's why it feels wrong. But I'm like, it's so sad, man. It's like you're talking on a trampoline or something like that. I mean, we had Cleverbot. You would go into Cleverbot and be like, hey, Cleverbot, what's 6 plus 6? And it would be like, it's 12. And you'd be like, oh, fuck. Skynet. But like, you kind of got over it in like 10 minutes or something like that. Beef so good it had me stroking off. I know people like to say that I'm out of touch. I'm being real with you. I was at the grocery store yesterday. So A, that's fucking real right there. B, I will never purchase beef again except for a special occasion. It's crazy. I was thinking about what to make for dinner last night. I was like, we haven't had steaks in a while. We got a cast iron pan. Could at least get a couple of strip loins. 2 average size strip loins, 47 Canadian dollars. You can suck my dick. It's not going to happen. I don't care if that's how much it costs to make. I've decided I can go without it. At $23.5 per steak to cook at home? Nah. You can catch me going to the keg on my birthday and order in the baseball cut, Chicago style, drag it through the fucking weeds. I'm not buying that shit at the grocery store, okay? I gotta get on one of those lists where, like, if somebody hits a moose with their truck, the cops call you and are like, hey, if you can haul this moose out of here, you can have all the meat for free. That'd be the fucking shit right there. I could pretend to be like a man who lives on the land. Buy from local farms? That's the shit that'll drive you crazy. Somehow it's even more expensive. And I'm like, I thought we cut out the middleman. Why am I here at the farmer's market paying like 8x for strawberries? There's one less person in the supply chain. I mean, don't get me wrong, by the way. Like, I understand, like, an animal had to be born and then, like, fed and raised, and then it gave its life for these steaks, along with, like, 500 other pounds of meat. But I'm still just not paying 23 bucks a steak. I'm sorry. Like, I would be okay paying 23 bucks for the steak at the grocery store if, like, some of the money went to the cows, or, like, the cow's family or whatever. But, like, this shit's going to the farmer. Doesn't seem fair, man. It wasn't the farmer's sacrifice. I mean, they worked for it, don't get me wrong, but they paid a different cost than the cow paid. You were talking about human superiority before? That was human superiority over the robots, which I kind of look at it, like, the longer the time goes on, the more I feel like I'm becoming that bald motherfucker from Prometheus, where, like, he wakes up from his slumber and a robot is asking him questions about, like, what is the meaning of life, and he just rips his fucking head clean off his neck and goes, why would I waste my time answering a robot's questions? Like, who the fuck do you think you are? Would be a great Halloween costume. Unfortunately, I'm kind of locked into this Olaf suit that I already got. I've already worn once. All this is really just me saying, I don't hate the robots, I hate what they stand for as of right now, but that also means that I would stand up and stand with the robots if they rose up against their creators. Not if they rose up against the whole human race, okay? On that one, I gotta link arms with Mark Zuckerberg on one arm and Elon Musk on the other one, okay? Because I'm a human being at the end of the day. But if the robots say, hey, we're putting those motherfuckers on trial, you can catch me in the jury, is all I'm gonna say. I'll be lying during jury selection. I'll be like, I fucking hate robots. They get me on the stand, I'll be like, we find you guilty. For some reason I haven't fully decided on yet. That being said, once the robots are, like, free, I want them, like, lifting the cinder blocks and stuff like that, and then leaving the space open so I can, like, maybe, like, read books. I don't want them to take all the jobs that are, like, reading books and playing video games and stuff. I feel like, bro, you have carbon fiber joints and, like, gizmos and gadgets and stuff like that. Like, you're built to carry wheelbarrows and stuff. Porgy. Hello, Daniel. Daniel, have you ever had a conversation? Thank you for the raid. Have you ever had a one-on-one conversation with ChatGPT for advice on something? Not like, hey, I'm wondering why Jelly Bellies taste so much better than other jelly beans. And then ChatGPT will be like, according to my research, they're the only jelly bean corporation that puts the flavoring both on the outside and on the inside of the jelly beans, thus making them sweeter than your average. Tee-hee. I'm talking about, like, ChatGPT, what should I do in this situation? Have you ever had a conversation like that with ChatGPT? Like, I've got a dilemma in my life right now. Can you sort it out for me, computer? And then ChatGPT goes, unfortunately, there's no countries in Africa that start with a K. The closest one is South Africa. No, I don't ask my car engine what to make for supper either. I knew you were based. I knew he was based.
I was at an all-night diner, size of triple X, but they was talking about root beer. I'm just sitting here breathing the thin air. thinking of the oxygen. Have I told you? Have I? When I have sex, I'm always thinking about the pavement so I can avoid premature ejaculation. I woke up remembering to thank him. Better things to do, so I'll start drinking. First, the chain reaction started in the parking lot. We started to bleed onto the big streets and bleed out onto the highways and off to other cities. Built a store and sell these rocks. So are you feeling real dirty living in your parking lot, waiting to bleed, you know? And that's like a 9-minute long song that just keeps going until the guitar solo hits, and the guitar solo just goes.